We Belong Together is the last song I did for the album. I wrote it with Jermaine Dupri, and I feel like it's probably one of the best songs we've written together. We started working together when we did Always Be My Baby for the Daydream album, and I feel like this song kind of picks up where that song left off. It's a really kind of emotional song, but it's still kind of like a young record because the beat is really hot because Jermaine is a great producer, and so I'm excited for that single to come out.
We Belong Together is my second single from the Emancipation of Mimi, and it's probably one of my top 3 favorite songs on the record because it was a situation where I went back down to Atlanta to work with Jermaine after we had already written 2 songs for the album, and I didn't think we could top the songs that we wrote because I really liked them a lot. But then, you know, I got there and we started just going back and forth with concepts and ideas, and we came up with We Belong Together, and I feel like the end result was just a really heartfelt ballad that I think people can really relate to. Even though it's like a very specific story, I think that everybody can probably apply it to their own lives.
Second single is called We Belong Together. I wrote it with Jermaine Dupri, and to me it's kind of like, and these are kind of 2 more American references because they weren't that big internationally, but the song I did with Bone Thugs and Harmony, Breakdown, and One Sweet Day that I did with Boyz II Men, it was not so big internationally, but in America it's the longest running #1 of all time. So those were kind of like our inspiration for this song, but it took on its own thing. Like the song became its own thing. I'm almost like, somebody said, is somebody rapping on that song? Because I'm singing, but I'm singing in like a different rhythmic style in a lot of it. But then it still has like long notes and a really very important kind of like heartfelt message. So it's definitely a favorite of mine, and the video is a part 2 of It's Like That. It's Like That is part 1, and We Belong Together is part 2, so you have to watch both videos to get the story. The video was shot partially at the Greystone Mansion, which is in the Tahini Hills in LA, and it's just this really incredible looking place, and I've never seen anything like it in California. And I just feel like it was a really nice setting for the video.
The dress that you wear in there is a dress that you've worn before, correct? Give me the honest story.
Well, it's not even that deep of a thing, really. I mean, I guess probably subconsciously it is. But how was I going to find another Vera Wang exclusive dress that fit me perfectly with a 27-foot train?
And that's the one you wanted.
In 2 days.
It was back in June of 1993 when Mariah first wore this Vera Wang gown with the dramatic 27-foot train during her wedding to now ex-husband, music executive Tommy Mottola.
Not to say anything negative about anything from the past, but it's got some, it's a weighty thing, but I don't know, I didn't really think about it on that deep of a level, but it is pretty intense that I put it back on.
So there's no letting out demons and setting them free, you just needed a dress.
I needed a dress, but I'm sure a few demons got set free in the process.
Come on, in the process, it's got to feel good, right?
I don't want to give away too much about it, but I'll just say it was a very emancipating moment. We're doing a remix. So basically, what it is they laid a nice beat, and now I'm just gonna do this chorus. I'm gonna stack it a few times, meaning I'm gonna double my own voice and try to match it right. And then I'm probably gonna call the girls in to add some harmonies or whatever if we feel the need to do that. If not, they're gonna stay out there, play with the dog. I'm working with DJ Clue, who I've been friends with for a while.
Remember at the very start, it's just gonna be pianos for the very, very start of it.
Sweet love.
I rewrite the song when I do a remix. You know, you use some of the elements of the original, but then you kind of change it to fit the track.
Come back. Here we go.
Just the first half you're getting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get it one more time.
Come back.
It's a very nice surprise. I don't know what I expected, but to have this be my Sweet 16 is a fantastic thing. You know what? It's great. Obviously, it's an amazing thing to be #1 on the chart, and it's something that I never could be like blasé about because it always has an enormous significance for me. So this is just like to have this record be technically my biggest record of my career, because what they've said, without getting too technical, is that the audience at radio is the biggest that I've ever had. So that's like, that's amazing to me at this point in my career. It's incredible, and it's the fans. This is their moment. This is really like, yes, it's my moment, but I want to share it with them because I know that they really wanted this, and this really means a lot to them, and they've stuck by me, and they're the best. I have the world's best fans. Honestly, one of the most gratifying moments of the whole tour was always walking back out to sing We Belong Together. I really feel like the song We Belong Together, when you watch people sing along with it, there's couples that it's like their song, like just by the way they're holding each other while they sing the song. There's just girls that feel like you're like watching yourself when you were growing up, going together to a concert, like singing their favorite song. It's one of those songs where I could just hold the microphone like this and the audience like sings back to me, throughout that whole song. But it's also very much a performance song. So, having that be the encore was always my moment of like my get the chills moment, because it was just one of those songs that kind of was a life-changing moment for me.
And congratulations on We Belong Together. It has been named the Song of the Decade by Billboard.
Thank you so much. I just found that out because my co-writer, Jermaine Dupri, and we wrote Always Be My Baby and like a lot of other songs together. He's a really good friend. It was great to let me know. I walked in the room going, I didn't mean it when I said I didn't love you so. And we were doing little parts. And the second verse, which to me, and I think to most people is the best verse, Jermaine would not let us give up on that verse. It's about not stopping until you get the song of the decade. Twice or once. It depends.
I don't know how we got it, but we got it. We got to that point. So it's like...
No, it's a gift and it's a blessing. And honestly, the fans are the ones who have to relate to it. It can't just be like, oh, let's have a record company push and that works. That works to a certain degree with certain artists. Or let's have a scandal and this and that. But I think that it really has to be a song from the heart. And We Belong Together is like one of my favorite songs of mine.
Didn't mean it when I said I didn't love you so. I should have held on tight. I never should have let you.
It's from the Emancipation of Mimi. I actually love the whole album, but We Belong Together was like the centerpiece of that album, and there's a lot of great memories that I have surrounding it.
Who's gonna talk to me on the phone till the sun comes up? Who's gonna take your place? There ain't nobody better.
Certain things that came into it, like the Bobby Womack line that we were gonna take out because it was a fortune, but it made the song better.
Bobby Womack's on the radio, sing to me.
If you think you're lonely now. That went with the concept of We Belong Together. The night we wrote the song was kind of like we knew it was something special, but we didn't really know what it was going to be. And then I was singing the song, like usually we'll just write the song and then I'll go away and sing. Yep. So I was singing in New York, and they're like, LA's here with the financier people. And I'm like, what? And they're like, he wants to come down and see you. So I'm like, oh no, I'm not done with this song. I'm like, what do I do with this outro, this ending? I don't know what I'm like, when you
to go into a tangent. And my friend was there, and then that's why the end ends with that long note, because I didn't have time to think of like a bunch of ad-libs.
Really? Really?
Yes. Yeah, but it was cool that he actually, like, because it was like under the gun.
Yeah.
So, and I never have anybody in the studio when I'm there.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just feeling all out of my element, throwing things blind, trying to figure out where the hell I went wrong. The pain reflected in this song, and even after what I'm feeling inside, I need you back in my life, baby.
I just had this idea, like, let's do We Belong Together for last Valentine's Day. And I said to Daniel, like, let's do this. And he, you know, we brought in like this incredible group of musicians, some of the guys that go on the road with me, some new people that I hadn't met, just all incredible musicians. And we just went on a tangent. I was like, I'm hearing this kind of section here, and then it's going to segue to that. And then we sort of go to a jazzy moment, and then, you know, whatever. But I didn't realize, like, oh, I just put it out like just for the fans. I didn't do any kind of deal or anything with it. I was just like, yeah, it was really musically just being me. And honestly, it got me through months of, I don't know what I would have been doing.
Which song, every single night that you perform in Vegas, do you still get kind of chills, excited, thrilled to sing?
I will say, okay, so I did my show 2 nights ago. When We Belong Together came on, the audience went crazy and just were like uproarious.
Yeah.
And it was kind of amazing because I don't expect it anymore with that. You know what I mean? It's like it's been out for a while. So it was really nice to see how they really just got so intense at that song.
And why is that one of your favorites? Why does that stand out for you?
I think it's everything from, you know, writing with Jermaine Dupri and just, you know, having that moment is nostalgic for me. And I don't know, it's just one of those ones that it's got little sections that I really enjoy singing along with, and, you know, it's one of those things where you can't quite put your finger on it, but it makes you happy.
Absolutely. Like
Or
I say.
sad.
Well, no, say happy. Say happy.